Hi everyone, it's Jess, aka Colouring Bumblebee, and I'm back today with another video for you. Today I'm doing another colouring book collection video, focusing on all of my LOM art printed books and my Creative Havens. I've only actually got 3 Creative Havens. I don't know why, but it feels like I have more, but it's just the 3 of them. And several LOM art published books, which I will be going over today. I'm hoping to get this series done by the end of April, so I've got 3 more stacks of books left, so we are nearing the end of my full colouring book collection, and I can start moving on to some other series that I've got in mind. So I'll move these to the side and get straight into it. So I'm going to start with my Creative Havens, as there's only 3 of them. The first one I have here is the Main Street colouring book. I'm just moving it to avoid the glare there of my light. I really loved this book when I first saw it and had to get my hands on it, but I don't know, I haven't been drawn to it very much at all. As you will see, I have coloured 1 page and 1 page only, and it's a bit of an odd page for me. I based this with alcohol markers when I first got the book, and then I didn't touch it for ages and ages and ages, and I finally finished colouring this page in May of 2023. Wow, it was a long time ago, and I haven't touched this book since. I've no idea what pencils I used. Absolutely no clue. Trying to work it out. Maybe Prismas? Did I have Prismas at that point? No, I definitely didn't have Prismas in 2023. Like this periwinkle colour. Maybe it was the polychromos. I'm not sure, because this purple colour is quite unique, but that was the alcohol marker I based it with. But that is the only page I've got completed in this book. And you know what? I haven't flipped through it in a very long time, so I'm flipping it with you now. I have thought about potentially destashing this from my collection, just because it's just not appealing to me, and save some room on my shelf for something else. There are some really cute pages in here, but yeah, just not as attracted to this book as I once was. I do love the idea of colouring all these different shop fronts and creating your own little street of shops. I do think it would be fun to colour some more pages in here, but I'm just captivated by different pages at the moment, and that's okay. I do love the candy shop one, that is lovely. This one's really pretty as well. I do like Teresa's art style. I like her sort of sketchy line work. But there we have it. That is the Main Street colouring book by Teresa Goodridge. Then I have Autumn Charm. All of the Creative Havens I've got are illustrated by Teresa Goodridge. She's the only one that's ever really appealed to me, but I love this book. And I do like to pull it out during the autumn season. I have coloured this page, really love how this looks. Based it with alcohol markers. In fact, I did a bad job of putting a protector sheet behind it because there's some yellow and orange spots here, but that would be easily covered up. And I'm pretty sure I shaded over the top with polychromos pencils, because I recognise these browns and oranges colours. Yeah, I really love how this turned out. I like how I did some different colours on the leaves up here. I don't tend to do that so much anymore. But yeah, really fun page. Love, it's so autumnal. And there are so many more really cute, fun autumnal pages like this one with the little kitty cat that I would love to do. There is one in here that I need to rip out the book because this does have perforated pages. But I don't know, do I keep it just for the memories? Here it is. I just hate how it looks. Not sure if I can or want to save it. But that is the Trick or Treat page. I love this one with all the mums. That's lovely. Do lots of fun colours on that one. The duck pond. And I do have a whip in this book, which I tried to finish last autumn, and I didn't get quite finished with it. This was all based with alcohol markers, and then I've shaded her with polychromos, and I just need to finish the shading for the rest of the page. And that will be this one done, and another page finished in this book. Again, really love, look at that cat. I love all the pages of cats. Oh, and my book is falling apart. Need to be careful there with the glue binding. Really falling apart at the end here. Yeah, I've really enjoyed Teresa's art style, and this is definitely one I'll be keeping in my collection, Autumn Charm. Then I have Gnome Sweet Gnome. I was obsessed with this book when it was first released, but I think I've only actually got one completed page and a couple of whips. So this is one whip I have. I use the Ohuhu alcohol markers, the pastel set specifically, to do a lot of the basing. This would be a great one to finish this year actually, but I've got lots of plans for April. I mean, this I think could go for summer and spring, so plenty of time to finish it for this year. Could do it any time of year really, but I wasn't quite sure what colour to do the gnomes or the well here, so I just left it, and that's where my inspiration finished, with the basing here. But I think that will look really nice finished off. Again, some really cute pages in here, and I just haven't touched this book in such a long time, which is a big shame. Just with so many colouring books in your collection, it does make it difficult to work in all of them. I mean, it's pretty much impossible. Here is the completed page I've done. I did this in January 2024. Really love it. I love how I did the snow. I like the pink and blue for the gnomes here. Added a lot of silver gel pen on the snowflakes. That's really fun. Based with alcohol markers and shaded with polychromos pencils. I just like that combination on this paper. Here's a whip I have. Again, it's an autumnal page that I wanted to get done last autumn and I didn't get around to finishing. This has been based with alcohol markers, and I've shaded the apples and the brown bucket here with, these are Arteza Expert pencils. So definitely we'll get that finished eventually one day, maybe this autumn. And I also have this one. I always forget that I have this, and February wasn't a good colouring month for me this last year, but I like the gradient I did for the background with alcohol markers. I shaded with, oh, Arteza Expert again. Yeah, Arteza Expert for the balloon, and I just need to work out the colour. I always seem to never know what colours to do the gnomes and leave that till last, but I do like how it looks. I wouldn't need to do anything on the background. I like the blend of the alcohol markers themselves. The clouds are all done. I mean, a good, I'd say, third of the page is already coloured. You've just got this section here to do a bit of pencil shading, and that would be that one done. So it's good looking through these colouring books and seeing pages that you haven't looked at in a while. I love this one with the spring, April showers, spring rain scene. I don't know why I said autumn then. Yeah, I love that one with the sunflowers. I think that would be a lot of fun to colour. Yeah, a lot of pages I like in this one. I need to pull this book out soon, I think, and actually get a page done. That's so pretty, that one. If we got that as a coloured page by Teresa, I think we might. Oh, we've got the April showers one. Oh yeah, there it is. It's the cover image. Look at that beautiful bright colour scheme that she's used. Maybe it'd be nice to take some inspiration from that. Yeah, these Creative Havens always have a couple of images coloured by Teresa. Usually one at the front, one at the back. A little sort of cut off one on the back cover and full one on the front cover. So that is Gnome Sweet Gnome by Teresa Goodrich. Then moving on to the LOM art books. The first few I have are by the same artist, Stratton Peterson. I adore their art style. I just think it is gorgeous. I've done a couple pages in this book, Mystic Animals. First one being this cover page, and you may notice But I took heavy inspiration from the front cover. I remember spending a lot of time flipping back and forth, trying to get the colours as accurate as I could. And what pencils did I use? Was it Brute Funas? I think it might be Brute Funas, because I don't think I have polychromos, especially not in those shades of green. But then I added a bit of gold Signo gel pen around the outside. Although that indigo looks like the dark indigo from polychromos. I don't know what pencils I used. It was a while ago. Maybe I used a combination of Brute Funa squares and polychromos. But you see I've got a little note here for farm animal. That's one of my 25 prompts to colour in. So I do want to colour one of these farm animals in this book. But this book has all of these gorgeous animals on the right hand side and a little description on the left. I have done the bee page and I love this page. I based it with Tombow dual brush pens, so then you don't get the bleed through of the back. Although, no, that's just from, if I get a rubber, that's just from having there's a bit of a red mark there and a bit of a blue mark there. That's having me putting a sheet behind it and it's got some pencil on there already, and it's just transferred when you colour over, so that's fine. But yeah, I just want to try and preserve the text on the opposite side because I like how it looks by using water-based markers rather than alcohol markers in these books. I've used some metallic watercolour paint on the wings of all the bees. And then I have done a gold glitter gel pen between the honeycomb at the top here and sort of on the lines on the sun. I just love this page, love how it turned out. And I even coloured the flower on that page to match. And I think that looks really nice next to each other. So that's the bee page I've done. And have I done anything else in here? This is one of the options for farm animal ram, as a ram is a male sheep, and sheep are definitely a farm animal. Love the otter page. I think I have done another one, but I can't think of what it is. Horse could be considered a farm animal, could do that one. Love that snake. There are just so many beautiful pages to choose from in this book. Oh, I've just remembered I've got a whip in this, the dragonfly. Oh, look at that koala and all these flowers around it. I just think this would be an amazing book to try and focus on completing, just because of all of the beautiful colours in it. Another good option for my farm animal prompt. Here's the whip I have. I was basing it with the Ohuhu dual tip water-based brush pens, and I just hated how it was looking. I think it's so bright and vivid, but I know I can save this for pencil shading. I just need to commit to it one day. Just today's not that day, and I'm not sure if tomorrow will be either. But I think it will look nice with some pencils over the top, and one day it will be completed, I know. That may be it in this book. Look at that gorgeous moth. Yeah, I love Stratton Peterson as an artist. I don't think she gets enough credit or love in the colouring community. Look at that red panda. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A lot of fun varieties of animals here. Sea creatures, land animals. And that is everything from the Mystic Animals colouring book by Stratton Peterson. Then I have Nature's Magic. This is the second colouring book done by Stratton. And I have done one page in this book as well. Well, I did two in the last one. I did the title page and another one. But I know I've only done one in this one, which is a shame. And I did it right after the book arrived for me. But just look at the detail of the line work. And it looks overwhelming, but if you base with some sort of marker, it becomes a lot easier to manage when you come to do your shading. And it just means that you can distinguish between different elements on the page a little bit easier. I haven't looked through this book in a while either. Oh, look at that acorn tree. for autumn. Beautiful. I just love the composition of all of these images with the large flowers and animals and repeating elements, but not so many. I really love this one. I was tempted to do this as my first page of the book, but decided against it. I love colouring cherries. I find them very satisfying to colour. Coloured some cherries recently this last month. This, I think, is my favourite page in the whole book, the Blackberry Bramble page. I just think it is stunning. But this one talks about, oh, here's the page I've done. So this, again, I did the bee page. I love the bees. What can I say? I based it with water-based brush pens and did a blue for the background, which I think, yeah, it did bleed through slightly, but not completely. You can still read what's on the other side, which is good. That's what I wanted. It was just a very juicy blue pen. This was the Ohuhu water-based brush markers, which when I first got them were very juicy and would sometimes shadow through to the next page, but they're okay now. And I don't tend to use them as much now. I've got the Crayola Super Tips, but I added a bit of metallic watercolour on the bee's wings and lots of glitter gel pen dots and little hearts for the confetti in the background. I like how striking it is against this blue background. Yeah, really fun page, and I really enjoyed colouring this bottle and colouring the flowers and having this nice sort of... It's a great page for Valentine's Day, but I coloured it in August of 2023. Oh my gosh, I haven't touched this book in almost 2 years. That is a big shame. I've got lunar colouring coming up, which is on my list to colour for April. I almost said August then. But what I was going to say is this book has a lot of nature, plants, flowers, herbs, and how they can be used as sort of remedies and ways to heal, the magic of nature. Look at that peacock page. And the fairy, that looks really fun. Yeah, there's a lot of great pages in here. I think this looks really fun, the acai bowl with all the fruits in it. I always like colouring fruits. Got another bee page with some moths this time and some very detailed flowers in the centre. Oh, that snake's beautiful. I don't know why, but whenever I see a snake with flowers, I picture dark greens for the snake and dark pinks for the flowers. I just think green and pink are a really gorgeous colour combo. I like this one with all the berries. Love colouring berries. And now I want to colour a page in this book. But as I said, lunar colouring was randomised, so that's the one I'm colouring for April. That is Nature's Magic by Stratton Peterson. Then we have lunar colouring, which I will be colouring in April. I've got a few flagged pages as options, and now I'm making this video, I'll probably be inspired to actually colour one of these pages straight after I finish filming the video. This one has a lot of lunar themed, sort of solar planets, the moon, some zodiac themed pages, some tarot themed pages, lots of moons in it. This is a great page for Mermaid. Look at the turtle, love that. I like these, I like the flamingos. Yeah, we got a couple of zodiac ones, where these are the fire signs, Aries and Leo, and also Sagittarius. The tarot card, the moon, that was a beautiful page. Owls are gorgeous. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to colour in this book once I've finished recording. I would love to do this bee page, but as you've seen, I tackle the bee pages first, and I don't want to have this one done as well, because then I have no more Stratton Peterson bee pages left to do. So I'm going to save it until I've done a few pages in this book, but that's definitely a favourite in here. I flagged this one as a possibility, the Moonflowers. Oh, look at that stag. Is that the cover? No. Oh, it reminds me of... I was going to say the Mystic Animals cover, Ah, the back cover. Oh, look. It is very similar. Very, very... Hang on a second. I think the stag's near the front. It is different line work. I thought it may be sort of recycled line work, but it's definitely different. The antlers are different. The face is different. The line weight is different. But it's just interesting. I thought, oh, was she kind of clipped out this? But no, it is a completely new and different page, which is great to see. Just a similar composition, which is interesting. It means you've got another stag to colour in this book. I love this page, reminds me of Tangled with the floating lanterns. You've got the air signs. Then you've got Libra, Aquarius and Gemini, the twins. I don't know why, but whenever I see sturgeons, I'm now reminded of Stardew Valley and remembering you have to get sturgeons in a fish pond to get caviar. If you know, you know. And if you haven't played Stardew Valley, you'd be like, what's she on about? I love this one with the hair. Oh, it's a rabbit. I thought it was a hare. It's got long ears. But no, it's just a long-eared rabbit. And it would be pretty quick to colour, and I would put a lot of glitter in the background, that's for sure. This is the page I'm really leaning towards, the Glimmering Stone, although I'm a bit intimidated by this stone itself. I looked up images and it's kind of like an opal, but more blue and pink tones. So I'm scared for that, but excited to colour the daffodils, so I'll probably start with that. Here we have the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. I love this beaver page. Probably my second favourite after the bee page, bee and beaver. That beetle is gorgeous. So many gorgeous pages. Look at that high priestess with the pomegranates. Even that volcano is really fun. So many fun pages. Love Stratton Peterson. And I'm looking forward to getting my first page coloured in Lunar Colouring soon. Then I have Crystal Colouring. This is by Kate O'Hara. And this is, shockingly, all about crystals. And each page focuses on a different crystal and the sort of powers and abilities they have and animals associated with it. And I just think this is a really interesting book to read and a bit of a different art style, kind of folk arty in a sense. Got very thick outlines, lots of details. Look at the cat, love the cat. It has its black tourmaline. Oh, that would look good as a black cat. Now I'm going to want to colour in this book. This reminds me of the cover of Lunar Colouring. Look at that. It is a different composition of the image, but wolves and mountains and snow. It's fun. I'm like spotting similarities between different pages. But this is a great book for practicing your gems colouring. Be good to colour a page associated with the gems of the month each month. Or a rainbow page. I always like colouring rainbows. Amethyst, that's my birthstone for February. I like this one with the flamingos and the strawberries. That looks a lot of fun. It's funny, again, talking about Stardew Valley, a lot of these gems, I'm like, oh, that's a mineral in Stardew Valley. I love this one with the peacock Periday. Or a moonstone again. It's a slightly differently drawn moonstone than the one in Lunar Colouring. Oh, look at that beautiful underwater scene. I don't usually like underwater pages, but that looks beautiful. I just don't like colouring masses of water. But the sort of colourful corals and fish, I do like colouring. Got a hair with diamond. Again, this is another book that I don't see talked about a lot, and has some really beautiful pages. Again, based with water-based brush markers, and on the back here you've got a little snapshot of each of the gems that are referenced in the book. So if you're ever in doubt of what they might look like, you can turn to the back and it's right there for you. I want to find the moonstone on here. There it is. Very kind of similar to opal, although that's like a black opal rather than a white one. So that is Crystal Colouring by Kate O'Hara. Then I have a couple books by Anna Jaren. This is Astrology Colouring, which, as the name suggests, goes through the different astrology signs, but goes through the traditional zodiacs, the Greek zodiac signs, and has a page dedicated to each of these. And I love her art style. I have done this one, Taurus. I did it this time, or in May last year for Taurus season. Based it with Tombow gel brush pens, especially for this brown. Tombows have a great range of browns. I don't have all of the Tombows. I kind of picked and chose and built my collection slowly over quite a few years now. And then I shaded over the top with polychromos pencils, and I've added a bit of glitter gel pen in the centre of each of these flowers, and some white paint pen to sort of accent the Highland cow, and the background is actually an alcohol marker. So when I was saying I don't like to use alcohol markers, this one was okay. Pale sage green. I just thought it looked really nice. But this would be a great one to colour in each month for each of the zodiacs. Oh, look at those tiny, tiny flowers down there. Definitely colour them with a marker. There's some really unique pages in here. This Capricorn one is stunning. And I've seen it done coloured a lot of times as well. I really love the Pisces in here. And you've even got Ophiuchus, which is, sometimes people say that it is a 13th zodiac sign, and then it means that all of his signs are shifted ones, so you're technically a different one, but I'm not sure. Then you have the Chinese zodiac with all of the Chinese zodiac signs, starting with the year of the rat. And you've got little descriptions about each of them. This rabbit page is beautiful. What have we got for the snake? Oh, this fun one of it coming out of this basket here. Very menacing looking. It's year of the horse next year. Didn't realise we were at the horse. And we've even got at the back here, look at those pigs, Year of the Cat, which if you've ever read about the Great Race, the sort of story behind the Chinese zodiac signs, there were 13 animals in the race. The cat got betrayed by the rat and pushed into the water or drowned or something, and it meant that the cat couldn't complete the race, and that's what made cats chase rats and hate rats. So I find that an amusing sort of story. Then we have the elements: earth, water, fire, air, wood, and metal. And then you have some alternative zodiacs. So we've got the Celtic zodiac here, the Egyptian, the Mayan, Native American, Vedic or Vedic. Then you have the sun, the moon, planets, and the astrologer, and stargazing. Some nice pages at the back there. That is Astrology Colouring by Anna Jaren. And I've got Goddess Colouring. This is by Anna Jaren as well. And this goes through different goddesses across many different cultures. And this book is, again, absolutely stunning. I do have a full flip through of this on my channel actually, where I go through and showcase each of these different goddesses. and it's really interesting to read up about each of them. And I love how you can have a variety of skin tones for each of these different ethnicities of the goddesses. This is my favourite page actually, Yuki Onna, gorgeous snow themed one. I really like this one as well, of Persephone, with the sort of beauty of her and the contrast of all the death surrounding her. This so far is also uncoloured for me, hoping to get it coloured in soon. Fun dragon one. But it's nice how we've got sort of a variety of seasons represented in here as well. Oh, this gorgeous Easter one. The bunnies. Oh, and even some Easter eggs there. I was going to say, I thought I had Easter eggs on that page. I like this one with Athena, with all the olives surrounding it. I remember when I did my flip through, I had to search up how to pronounce some of these names so that I did it correctly in the video. Gorgeous one for Mermaid. Again, just a beautiful, beautiful book with lots of colouring time in it. And you don't see coloured in that often. That is Goddess Colouring by Anna Jaren. And the final book I have by LOM is Tarot Colouring. This is illustrated by Alexis E. Thompson. I would love Alexis to come out with another colouring book because this is gorgeous. It goes through all of the major arcana cards, and I have done a couple in here. I just think they're so striking and beautiful with the different images in the centre, then bordering it. It's a really kind of different take on the tarot card colouring book. They're coming up on the page I have coloured. Here it is. So I have coloured the tower here. I was really unsure what colour to do the flowers around the side until I read the description on the side and saw that they were fireweed flowers. Googled that and they were this gorgeous purpley pinky colour, so I went for that, brought in kind of a purpley grey for the castle or the tower in the middle, contrasting it nicely with these yellows and oranges. And on all of them I've popped the Gansai Tambi metallic watercolour in this gold colour, just because I like the finish of it. And just a couple pages along I've also done the sun, and again the Gansai Tambi watercolours, and I really like how it contrasts with the black here that I've added, and I think I will do that for all of the cards throughout the book, have the gold and the black, which I used a black paint pen for that. I've got the Spectrum Noir clear glitter on the wings of the bees. You know I love a bee page, and using all these bright summery colours, the yellows and greens and bright blue, really enjoyed that. I really need to get another page coloured because that is it for this book. Then we go through the different suits for the minor arcana. So here we have the, so we start with the suit of coins, just in general, and then it goes through the ace, the king, the queen, and the knight of each of the suits. Oh, and the page. And then we have the suits of wands, the ace, king, queen, knight, and page. Again, beautiful pages that look like so much fun to colour. Look at that one with all the dragonflies. This is probably one of my favourites in the book, the Queen of Swords with all the butterflies. And then the final suit is the cups. So lots of watery themed ones at the back here. A mermaid. A few mermaids in these books by LOM. But there we have it. Those are all of the LOM books I have in my collection. and is the end of this video. Let me know in the comments below which of these books is your favourite. It is hard for me to pick a favourite, but I think I'd go for tarot colouring actually. I just love every page in this book. But I also love Mystic Animals by Stratton Peterson. Let me know which is your favourite. I'd love to hear in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone.